Hi everybody, it's Ask Amy Everything, Anything. Ask Amy Anything. Yeah, that's my forum. Uh, week 3, though I'm a few days late. This week I only had 2 questions and I want to answer them. The first one was from my friend Sweetass. Yes, that's his name. Sweetass asked, where do babies come from? The stork. I didn't believe you asked me that. The next question I got was basically a question about agender. And I'm going to read the exact question. My first Ask Amy Anything question. Yay, thanks. Basically, what is agender? What is the gender spectrum? Well, that is a really big question, and that's a lot more stuff than I can go into in just one video. And there's a lot of stuff in talking about it, but the spectrum implies that it's not just male and female. It's male and female and like everything in between, because not everybody, but lots of people fall somewhere along this line or this graph or this curve. I mean, these are all mathematical things. But the fact is, not everybody identifies as male or female. Some people don't identify as either. Some identify as both. And so it's really a concept that I'm not very qualified to answer. I fall very, very, very much on the female end of the spectrum. I mean, I identify as female. I'm a she. I'm a girl. But that doesn't mean necessarily true for everybody. So basically what I've done is I've got a friend of mine who is agender, who is kind enough to give me a description, and it was on my Facebook, but I put it on here, and I'm going to read it to you, and you're going to just pretty much watch me read my screen. I know this is exciting entertainment, but here we go. All right. This is from my friend Jeremiah Jones. Sex versus gender as a concept is flawed, though, because biological sex is just as varied as gender, which is why intersex people exist. So the linear graph and the gender-bred person, which are things that were on my Facebook page, and unfortunately if you're not on my Facebook, you can't see them, I'm sorry. But biological sex was implemented by scientists to be able to determine whether babies fall between 2 rigid gender identity roles they created and how they should then be treated. Anything considered in between or other is often corrected by non-consensual cosmetic surgery and other medical interferences to make intersex children conform to one or the others, regardless of what the child wants. Biology goes all the way down to our DNA, the goop that makes us up, and it's absolutely impossible to make sure that every single element of that goop lines up as one or the other, or out of 2 choices. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. So biological sex is totally a flawed concept. A trans woman is just as biologically female as a cis woman because her biology tells her so, regardless of what the world tries to say who or what she really is. To many transphobic cis people, biology actually means actually or really. So you say a bio woman, you're implying that they're more of a woman than a trans woman. And that doesn't mean that a trans woman is any less of a woman, but that's the way that calling somebody a bio woman or a bio man implies to a lot of the community, and by a lot of the people who are transphobic and are trying to make us less of a person. But anyway, back to what they were saying is Jeremiah is agender. They are biologically agender too, but that means their body, that's because it's their body and it belongs to an agender person. Their secondary sex characteristics don't answer any questions that weren't already answered by specifying their gender. Now, it's not a perfect world, and we're still harassed about biology because science and facts, but we know that this is a mask for transphobia and that science has been used to reinforce racism and misogyny for years, and it all depends on the scientist. So basically the point of this is there's lots of things that'll sit there and try to pigeonhole people into different binary genders, male or female, but the fact is there's lots of studies that show that people fall all along and have all sorts of different identities and all sorts of different programming and all different anatomy. But the bottom line, through the bottom line of the bottom line, because this is a really compelling video, is that people are people. And if they ask you to say they, them as a pronoun or he, she, or whatever, respect it. It doesn't hurt you to respect somebody else's feelings, because that's kind of all it really is. You make mistakes. People use the wrong gender. I've used the wrong gender. I've misgendered some of my closest friends, and it hurts me to know I hurt them because I know how much it hurts me. But the fact is you don't do it all the time. You learn. Hey, I made a mistake, and then you try to correct it, and then it doesn't matter. So if somebody's agender or male or female or gender neutral or non-gendered or bigendered or anything else, they're people. Give it that. And if you have any more questions about this, I've definitely found some people I can point you towards. And that kind of concludes everything for Ask Amy Anything for last week. And I will do today's video tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye.